Stop cutting me off, stop cutting me off.
They put animals in gas chambers. What the is going on with that?
Not all
Mate,
the
black
time.
bears don't walk around with clothes on. You can walk around naked.
How does getting their heads chopped off have anything to do with dairy?
Go and jump off the building and see if you can fly like an owl. They did what to animals?
How many caterpillars get squashed daily?
Do you go around stabbing on caterpillars? What about if we killed you for money? What
Right.
gives you the right to put them in slaughterhouses?
Even if you converted us to vegan, that's not going to change anything.
You're joking.
There's actual people getting their heads cut off as
I don't know why you're trying to make us feel bad.
you cried.
I already know that they get put in slaughterhouses, but I don't really care.
That's going to be in the video. That is.
Hey lads, do you want to come and see on the screens what's going on? Why not?
I've seen it before.
You've seen it before?
Yeah.
Oh, you're vegan then?
No.
No, I
What?
don't really care.
You've seen it before? You're not vegan?
I'm just always hearing it. No, I'm just not interested in it.
You're not interested? What if you're the victim?
Well, I'm not though, am I?
No, exactly. You're in a position of power, right?
An animal.
It's an animal.
It's not a human, though,
You're an animal, right?
They
You're a
feed
human animal.
It's stupid, isn't it?
Yeah,
What's
We're
stupid
eating
about it?
them.
Why are you dead food?
They're not food, are they? They're animals.
They're
Oh, no,
already
I know.
dead though, and they're cooked. And they
You know why are they killing them though?
They're food now, innit?
For food?
Yeah, they're
Because
food
people
now.
keep paying for it, yeah?
Yeah.
If you were the victim, would you find it so funny?
No, it's not. It's a bit different though.
Yeah,
Why
it's
is it different?
Because they're like farm animals.
Do you want to live?
Yeah.
Do they want to live?
I don't know.
What's the difference then?
They want to
Intelligence,
farm.
innit?
Intelligence.
Yeah.
What about a human that may be sort of mentally challenged? Is it okay to
So
kill
you're saying that humans are mentally challenged?
No,
Same
no,
as
you're
animals.
saying that intelligence determines whether it's
Why are
okay
you
to kill
comparing-
someone.
No. Why are you comparing an animal to someone that's mentally
No,
challenged?
no, I'm not.
Stop cutting me off. Stop cutting me off.
You
yeah?
just said that intelligence determines whether you can kill someone or not.
That's not what I mean by that.
You
though,
mean
innit?
intelligence.
There's a difference of intelligence between a human and an animal.
Explain.
We can talk, we can cook, yeah. We're different. We're like more adapted than them. What do? They walk around in mud for a bit, yeah. There's intelligence levels. Someone that's mentally challenged doesn't just walk about, innit? Doesn't just like walk about, eat food. They've got more to them than that.
So you're saying the more intelligent you are, the more moral value your life has. That's exactly what you just said.
It's on TikTok. innit?
Nah, that's the difference between animals. and
YouTube,
humans.
buff.
Oh, YouTube. Yeah.
But I'm not an animal.
You are an animal, mate.
Well, you know what I mean. I'm not a farm animal.
You're a different species.
Yeah.
You're a human animal.
Yeah.
They're a non-human animal. But you have a subjective experience of your life, right? You experience your life.
Yeah.
They experience their life. Yeah. You have the ability to suffer, feel pain and emotion. They have the ability to suffer, feel pain and emotion. We put them into slaughterhouses and we cut their heads off because people like to taste the body.
Yeah.
Is it justifiable?
I mean,
I don't have a
can a
problem with it.
pig or a free kick from 40 yards out though?
That's irrelevant, mate.
Can it though?
Probably can't from the gas chamber that they're in. Pigs in gas chambers?
I didn't know that.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, CO2 gas.
Can they save a life though, like a doctor can?
Can they save a life?
Like a
Can
doctor.
you save a life?
Well, I'm not a doctor yet.
Doesn't
I'm only
matter.
16.
Doesn't matter. Again, you're basing moral value of their life on their ability to do something, rather than the fact that they're just having their life.
Right.
What can a baby do? What can a child do?
Grow up and become a doctor or something like that.
At the point when they're a child, they can't, so we kill them when they're young. It doesn't matter.
I mean, what can a pig do really other than walk around in mud?
It doesn't matter.
I mean,
It doesn't matter what they can and can't do. We can't determine whether someone can live or die on the basis of what they can and can't do. Because on the same basis, a child with a disability that can't do anything, by your own terms, it'd be okay to murder them.
nah, not really.
Why?
Yeah,
What's the
it's
difference?
different. It's a human.
Different species.
Yeah.
What's the moral difference?
There's a lot more of them, innit?
What? Well, you haven't given me one. I'm giving you free reign to tell me any moral
Nah,
difference.
there's a
And
lot.
out of 5 of you, not one of you can tell me a reason why.
There's a
We
lot
can
more
eat
pigs
them,
and
can't
stuff.
we? I mean,
We can eat them. I can
Yeah.
eat a human baby.
yeah, I know, but it's illegal.
That's kind of.
It's illegal. So
Yeah.
just because something's illegal, does it make it moral?
I mean, no, because it's illegal.
So morality doesn't equal legality, right?
That's not a reason for why we shouldn't eat them.
Why should we eat them? Why is it okay to eat animals?
So it gives you like proteins and stuff, innit?
Do you reckon you can get protein from somewhere else?
But you
Yeah,
can,
it's a
but
lot
it's
more
not the same.
expensive though.
What's different?
And the fossil fuels we burn to get
That's an
that
environmental
over
issue.
here.
That's an environmental
It's
issue.
still- it's still bad for
You
the
can't
planet,
fight. You can't fight an injustice, a personal injustice, with an environmental issue. I'll give you an example of it. I'm going to stop trafficking children. It's bad for the environment.
I mean, yeah, it's probably bad for the environment and
See the
morally.
similarity?
But
You see the similarity, yeah?
No, not really.
You can't see the
not between-
similarity?
Not between kids and
I'll explain it.
animals.
So you're saying it is bad for the environment, or something to do with the environment, yeah? So if I said I'm going to stop trafficking children to different countries to exploit them, and the reason why I'm going to stop doing it is because it's bad for the environment, I'm not taking into consideration the victim.
I mean, how
The same as
compare
you're not with the animal.
kids that are gonna get abused by being taken away.
I'm showing you
I
two
do like
injustices. I'm showing you two injustices,
I
and you
think one of
can't
them's
fight
more
an
extreme, though.
injustice.
Like one of them's for humans to carry on and eat and stay alive, and the other is
Your standpoint is that you see a massive difference between animals and humans, and it's okay to do it because they're animals, yeah?
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You agree with me on this point, though, that they're having a subjective experience of their life.
What's that even mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
They're having an experience, as in they can feel emotion, feel pain,
Yeah.
they can have the experience to suffer,
Yeah.
they can be cold, they can be hot, they can be uncomfortable, they can be stressed out.
Looking like a caterpillar though. Like I mean, it's still conscious, isn't it? But like
Sentient.
they don't really do anything either.
What does?
Like Caterpillar, it doesn't do anything. It's still
talking
feed.
about chickens, pigs, cows.
Yeah, I know.
Talking
Yeah.
about all
What's the
the.
difference?
At the moment, the difference is that you pay for pigs to go into gas chambers. You don't put caterpillars in there, huh?
How many caterpillars get squashed daily and no one even
Purpose.
thinks
Do you go
about
around
it?
stamping on caterpillars?
No, I can't.
No,
No,
you don't.
that's
But
what
you
I
go
do.
around paying for animals to go into slaughterhouses.
It's already dead.
The reason why they're being killed is because you're paying for it. You're
If
creating
I was
a
to go into
demand.
Burger King now
Yeah.
and order a burger,
Yeah.
that cow is already dead.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Do you understand what supply and demand means?
Yeah.
Explain it to me.
It's like we create a demand by trying to buy something,
Yeah.
and then like farmers and people who work in slaughterhouses provide it.
Right. So when you go in there, although that cow's already been murdered, when you purchase that cow, another one will be murdered and put back in its place.
Yeah, it's all for money though.
It's all for money. Does that justify killing them? What about if we killed you for money?
I mean, it's a bit different though,
Why?
because like, I'm a human and I can grow up, I can do
You can't
things.
just keep saying I'm human.
But it's true. Animals, all they do is walk around, walking around
What do you
around
do?
farms.
What about if all you did was
I go
walk
to
around?
school, I'm about to go to college, that's it's a bit different.
It's irrelevant. What you do is irrelevant. The fact is that you have a life that for you is everything.
The government like made it illegal that
Yeah.
people wouldn't eat meat.
Exactly.
So you can't like they're giving us meat. The government are giving.
No,
it to
no,
us.
no, no, no.
Well, they've made it legal that we.
If we
Okay,
don't go and eat
all right.
food-
Listen. At one point, the government said it's okay for a white person and a black person. Does that make it right?
Why
Today,
are you bringing slavery up though?
because it's
Where
an
it's like getting-
injustice. It should never have happened, and it was an injustice.
Being a vegan
Because
and being a
people
slave
review-
is two very different things.
Because people viewed black people at the same level as animals,
So
and that's why
I
they
don't
were
get why
oppressed.
why are you bringing slavery into it though?
Because I'm explaining to you the differences and similarities between injustices. He's saying it's okay because the government are allowing us to do it. I'm saying at one point the government allowed white people to own black people. By his standard, that then makes it okay.
No, well,
That
no, it's
government-
completely
that
different. I'm talking.
Racist and
That's so
corrupt
different,
though.
though.
No, yeah,
that's
But
really
it's
different.
changed,
That's
right?
corrupt. What-
So in the
Yeah.
next 100 years, when people realise that animals should have rights, and it changes and animals have rights, people born in 100 years will look back and go, they did what to animals? They put animals in gas chambers. What the
Yeah, but
is going on with
What
that?
can animals contribute to society now?
Irrelevant.
But
It's
it
irrelevant.
isn't.
Wait, no, actually, if we don't go buy that meat, yeah, it's going to go to waste, and then that cow's life's been used for nothing. As
So
long
what
as
will
we're going to
happen
go
is-
buy it, yeah, at least it's going to some use instead of
What
nothing.
will happen is, when you don't buy that meat, the demand drops. When the demand drops, the supply is unnecessary. It doesn't need to be put in there. So then they'll choose an alternative. So then you create a different demand. When you go into Burger King next, you buy the vegan burger, then you create a demand for vegan burger, then the vegan burger will come up, and then animals will stop being exploited and murdered to create a burger made out of their bodies.
But
That's how supply and
Doing
demand
this,
works,
yeah.
right?
Overall, what point are you trying to make out of this?
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to tell people that I wasn't born vegan, and at one point in my life I paid for this. I realised what I was paying for, and I realised the damage I was causing with my choices. So I went vegan, and now I'm out on the streets trying to talk to people and explain to them what happens when they make choices that put animals in slaughterhouses.
It's really funny, yeah. But even if you converted us to vegan,
Yeah,
that's not going to change anything.
it will.
It won't change anything.
It will.
No,
If you looked at that,
5 people in Norwich, it's not going to change
Yeah,
the
There's
house.
like 8 billion
Hey,
people on the
you
planet. 5
never,
people.
never underestimate what one person could do. Never underestimate what one person could do. Listen, statistically, one person going vegan saves around 300 animals a year. Between you guys, that's a lot of animals. And then the people that you then go and talk to, and then that they go and talk to, and then you create a ripple effect. Every systemic change from any injustice has only ever begun from a small group of people.
When you get rid of one problem in animals being killed, you then create another like environmental one. Because all of the vegan products, everything that we get, gets flown over.
Stuck in the environment. The biggest contributor to the environmental damage is farming animals. Yes,
fashion.
I don't think it is.
No,
man.
it's not. Isn't it
It's
that
fashion.
down the wood and stuff?
No, it's fashion.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fashion.
You got cotton being made in like Kazakhstan. That's damaging
Mate.
the environment.
No, it's not. Deforestation, you're closer to it. Why are they cutting down a forest?
To make more. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. Yeah, but the
Good
thing
point.
is, there'll be to make vegan burgers. There'll be like the demand for that will go up, and then surely that will have a negative impact on
Listen,
the environment.
we're discussing environment again.
Yeah, but environment
And you
is
cannot-
irrelevant because when you get rid of one issue, you do create another.
You cannot fight a personal injustice from an environmental position.
But it's
because
still
there's
relevant.
a subjective experience of someone, and that's what we have to fight for, the
Yeah, but
victim.
When we get rid of one, the other then gets worse. About
Where's
the
your data for it? You haven't got any data for it.
where's your data?
My data's right on that screen there.
That's just a video, man. Like, come on.
It's a video of what's happening
Yeah.
to animals. I've got proof of animals in
There's
slaughterhouses.
people getting
You've
their
got
heads
no
cut
proof
off.
that
There's
vegan
just
option is going to be
Come on, man.
worse for the environment.
There's animals getting their heads cut off, and then there's actual people getting their heads cut off as well.
if there's homeless people, yeah,
Yeah.
and they don't have enough money to get the proteins from everything else that's not in a vegan burger.
Yeah.
They have to get that from red meat, their red meats, their chickens. What do you expect them to do then?
Well, someone who's in a houseless position and they've got any money, they're in a survival situation.
Yeah.
In a survival situation, people do all sorts. Other people eat other people in a survival situation.
One, you're in a survival situation at the end of the day, though. We're
That's
all,
like tribes.
No.
we're all here to
Right now,
survive and
you,
make the life
you
up.
can't tell me you're in a survival situation where it's life or death for you. You got options.
It's not life or death, but everyone
You
is
got
living in
options.
this.
People, it is though. Like you got people in like poorer countries.
You got
that
like
have to kill-
Eskimos,
that
you
have
got
to kill
Inuits, you got people at the North Pole. There's some situations
We just
where
have to
being
eat,
vegan,
yeah.
being vegan isn't like
Yeah, but I mean,
sustainable.
how-
They can't do it.
yeah, how are people
I'm not
in
going to go to the
lower
North
level
Pole and tell an
countries gonna get
Eskimo you
that?
can't do this to survive. But I'm in the middle of Norwich talking to you guys who can clearly make options and choices
Yeah.
where you pay for animals to get out of slaughterhouses rather than going into them. You're not in a survival situation where you have to do something to survive.
Yeah, but some people in Norwich are. Like you got some homeless.
But
people.
you're not.
No, I'm not. No.
So stop deflecting to other people because I'm talking about you.
Yeah, I know, but me is
Why-
different.
why
So I
do
got my
you
own
choose to
personal
put animals in
choices.
slaughterhouses?
What? I mean, because I like to eat them. You know.
You like to eat them.
Yeah.
But if you were the victim, was someone just saying, I like to oppress this guy?
It's just
would you-
going
would
back.
that
Around.
worship
It's
you?
like a cycle though. Humans and animals are different. I've said this so many times.
It's irrelevant whether you're different to someone or not, whether you should exploit them or not.
Well, now, but it's animals. You got like a pig. Yeah,
They
someone.
have the ability to suffer and feel pain.
Yeah, but
Why
again,
are you
so do
inflicting
bugs.
that on them for their taste?
It's
What
fine.
gives you the right to put them in slaughterhouses because you like the taste of their body?
I'm hungry, innit?
What?
I'm hungry.
You're
People-
hungry?
People need to eat.
Yeah, but you can eat other options.
What if I don't want to eat other options? What about people with allergies?
If you don't want to eat other options,
Right,
then
people
you're
with
going back to the
allergies.
fact that I like the taste of the body.
What about people with allergies and they have to like?
You can find other options.
Yeah,
Allergies,
they're more
all that sort of
expensive
stuff.
though. If there's someone out there,
Price- No, you can't justify a price, bro. If it's more expensive, it's
you can't
irrelevant.
justify a price.
It's
How can you not?
irrelevant.
How can you not justify a
Because
price?
it's a victim.
Yeah, but
You can justify.
It's a victim.
You got poorer people that sometimes have to like when
The
they get.
cheapest foods in the supermarket are vegan: rice, lentils, legumes.
Get like
The things you get from red meat, do you get in rice and lentils?
Yes, bro. Yeah. You get all the nutrients you ever need on a vegan diet. Whole food, plant-based diet. You get all the nutrients you need, and it's been scientifically proven by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. The science is on the side telling you that it's all good. So if the science tells you it's all good, what's stopping you?
expense.
Expense.
It does cost more. If you got some poorer people don't have the option, like people with kids, with young kids who won't eat things like rice and lentils, who are poor and can't afford to buy the expensive things that their kids might like, but they have to go and buy like I don't know, like ready oven meal pizzas and lasagnas and stuff that their kids will eat.
Get a vegan version.
What if there isn't a vegan version?
There is.
Well, not everywhere there's not.
Yes, there is.
There's not.
Absolutely everywhere.
Not everywhere there's not.
Absolutely every supermarket you go to, there's a vegan version of everything you just explained.
There isn't.
And
There's
it's
just not a vegan
rice,
option for
lentils,
everything.
legumes, chickpeas, they're all the cheapest foods in the supermarket.
Yeah, some people don't.
So
like
then
to
do you
eat
think
them.
that you
Like
should
the rice.
educate yourself to then cook nutritious meals that cost less if it meant that animals don't get their heads cut off for it?
I mean, maybe I could, but some people
So
can't.
what are
That's
you
the
going to
problem.
do then? Well, why aren't you doing it?
Because I don't want to do it.
Because you like the taste.
That's my personal choice.
I mean, kind
What
of,
about
yeah.
their personal choice?
I don't care.
They don't get one
They don't get one. Why don't they get one?
because they're animals.
No, they don't get one because people like you pay for them to go to be executed in murder houses like that.
They're just animals.
If you were the victim, how would you be taking
I'm not a
1%?
victim because I'm not
Of
like
course you're not the victim, you're the oppressor. You're the person paying for them to go in
the
there.
oppressor. That's a bit extreme.
It's not extreme.
It
What's
is.
extreme is pigs in gas chambers
don't
because
know.
you like the taste of their body.
I don't know why you're trying to make us feel bad because we're eating.
Yeah.
Why am I trying to make you feel bad? I'm
Yeah.
not trying to make you feel bad. I'm trying to
It's
educate you.
it's
you're-
our life.
if
We're
you
gonna
feel-
eat what we
If you feel bad, that's a good thing.
I'm not feeling bad. I'm saying you're trying to make us feel bad.
I'm trying to explain to you that your choices have a victim.
We all have free will. We can eat what we want to eat.
Your
You
choices
can.
have a victim.
It's not what you want to eat, brother. Eat what you want to eat. Don't eat who you want to eat. Doesn't matter what you want to eat. It's who you're eating.
If it's dead, it's not a person either,
We've
is
gone
it?
over that. Why are they dead?
Because they get killed.
Because you pay for them to be killed.
Supply and demand. Yeah.
But none of you can justify it.
Well, no.
Yeah, I think-
Well, I say that vegans, if they want to be vegan, they can be vegan. But
Of course.
if we don't want to be vegan, that's our choice.
Yeah, but your choice has got a victim. Easy for someone who's oppressing a victim to say, listen, if you don't want to oppress them, I'm cool with that.
Someone might watch that video and be like, oh yeah, this is bad. I'm going to go vegan now. But some people will be like, yeah, I already know this. I already know that they get put in slaughterhouses, but I don't really care.
Yeah, of course. And there's always going to be a small minority of people who just don't give.
That's
And if you
quite a
fall
big
into
one.
that category, then that's where you are.
That is the majority of people. Though.
Crime, like behind all of this, there's no like actual like proper crime behind it all.
It's not illegal, no, but it should be.
But it's not.
And when animals get rights, it will be.
You know, like food chains, like foxes, they eat meat. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for thousands of years. So have we. So why should we?
If animals are the same, then why can't they come and eat chickpeas.
The animals you're talking about are obligate carnivores. They can't eat them. So a lion's obligate carnivore. They can only eat meat. They can't eat fruit and vegetables.
What about
And
like a
they're in
bear?
survival situations.
What about a bear?
They're in a survival
Like
situation.
a black bear can go and eat berries, but it majority chooses to eat other things,
But
living things.
they're in a survival situation.
Not always,
Mate, black
not.
bears don't walk around with clothes on. You're going to take the same philosophy and walk around naked?
Well, I mean, if you're comparing us to animals and you're saying we are like animals.
No, bro, you're
we have the
comparing
same
yourself to a bear. I'm
What?
comparing,
Hang on,
I'm
let's-
comparing that you have the same moral equivalent to the animal.
I'm not saying I'm like a bear. That's like.
You did. You
No,
just,
it's
you
a
tried to
situation.
justify it because you said bears do it.
It's just, yeah, I was just thinking of an example. You can think of other examples of animals.
Give
that
me
eat,
another
like
example.
omnivores and things.
Give me another example.
Well, I'm not great at this.
Oh, not an
Like,
omnivore.
yeah.
What is it?
Some birds eat meats and like
Yeah, yeah,
owls, like an owl. An owl eats like plants and berries and things, and it eats like mice.
In a survival situation.
But in a
Is there
survival
surviving?
situation, it
When did you
eats
see an owl in Tesco?
eats berries as well. Well, it's a bit different, man. Most owls aren't hang around Tesco like people
They're in
do.
a survival situation in the wild, they're surviving.
That's just where they
You're
live.
different
That's like
species,
this is
bro.
where we
You
live.
can't say, oh, an owl does this, so do you know what? I'm the same. You go and jump off the building and see if you can fly like an owl.
Well, no, I don't have
Doesn't work,
wings.
Doesn't work. You can't justify what other animals do and then pick certain traits from animals and be like, okay, this animal does that. I quite like doing that, so I'm going to copy that animal. This animal does that. I like that as well. You
were
can't
comparing
pick and
us to animals.
choose.
You were saying we were the same as animals, and now you're saying we're not.
What I'm saying
Yeah,
is
yeah.
you deserve the same right to your life as they deserve the right to their life.
The animals don't have jobs, so they've got different rights. Our rights, like human rights, are completely different to animal rights.
And I said to you, what about a human that hasn't got the ability to work or hasn't got the ability to do them things? Should they still be morally equivalent?
Yeah, but surely if pigs started like opening shops and stuff, you know what I
Mate,
mean?
pigs are not going to open shops.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying that animals need the right to vote. I'm not saying that we need to put them equal to human. What I'm saying is that they should at least have the right to their own life and their bodily autonomy. They don't.
Yeah, they do. Animals
Most
across the
animals,
planet, there's
are you
more
joking, mate? 80 billion land animals a year go into slaughterhouses. 80 billion.
Think about how many animals are across the entire planet. I mean, I don't even think we've explored the entire planet yet. Like especially in the sea. It's animals.
What's that got to do with animals in slaughterhouses, then, mate?
Because you're comparing us to animals, but we're not in slaughterhouses, and you're saying we are like animals, and then that we're not.
Let me clear this up because you're getting confused with I'm comparing you to animals.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is you have the right to your life and you should have. They also should have the right to their life. So when I'm comparing you, I'm saying that you both equally should have the right to your life.
We
That's the
contribute. We
comparison.
contribute more to society.
But what about a human that can't contribute? Let's say, for example, a paraplegic in a wheelchair who can't contribute at all.
Yeah, but that's
Should it be okay to exploit and murder that person because they can't
No, but
contribute?
that's one person.
I agree.
That's yeah.
one.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's one.
minority. That's
It doesn't
like
matter
the
if
whole of
every
their race.
single
That-
person was a paraplegic in a wheelchair. We can't say it's okay to kill everybody.
Yeah, if everybody,
If the world was a
single
paraplegic,
person-
we wouldn't have any of this. We'd all be dead. There's no way we'd survive more than a couple years without being killed.
Yeah, exactly.
The important fact is that it's irrelevant if it's one or if it's everyone, because
feel
it
like
all
it's
comes
going
down
nowhere.
to an individual. The same as when you look at animals, it doesn't matter if it's one animal or 80 billion animals. It matters because it's happening to one.
I get you're trying to make your point, but where's this actually going to get you? Because I'm not going to turn vegan from this.
You guys might not. But I've spoken to loads of people today who've gone vegan. You might not care.
Or who have gone vegan from this.
Yeah, a lot of people see it. Mate, I'm a bodybuilder. I was non-vegan. I watched an activist called Joey Armstrong on YouTube, and I saw about 30 seconds of the dairy industry flash up on the screen. I cried for about half an hour, and I went vegan.
You cried.
Yeah,
What,
it
because of the
f***ing
video?
broke my heart seeing an animal having their f***ing head cut off because I was paying for dairy, and seeing an animal struggling for their life in pain because of my choice to drink the milk from a different mother.
And how does animals getting their heads chopped off have anything to do with dairy?
Do you know how dairy happens, mate? Do you understand the dairy industry?
Not as much as you do, because it's
Let me
not my
explain
job.
to you, right? So why do cows produce milk?
To feed their babies.
To feed the babies, right? So they've got to be pregnant, right? So they forcefully impregnate the female cows. They put their hand up inside her ass, they hold her cervix, they inject her ball semen and rape her. She then carries her baby for 9 months. When the baby is born, if it's male or female, what do you reckon happens to each one?
Female live, male dies.
You got it. So they kill the male pretty much instantly, and the female goes off to be put into isolation for about 8 to 12 weeks. What happens to the mum?
Gets killed?
Gets milked, because
Oh.
she's now producing milk for the baby, right?
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
Now, how long should a cow live for? Natural lifespan. What do you reckon?
It's probably like 20 years.
Close, about 25 years, 20, 25 years. Guess the average slaughter age of a cow, dairy cow? 5 to 6.
How do you know that?
No, that's
Right?
Trying to research.
So when you look at something that you think is innocent, like dairy, there's a lot of exploitation and murder attached to it. Do you think that what I just explained to you? Do you think that it's justifiable to have milk from a different mum?
I mean, you kind of got us there.
Yeah.
I'll admit that. That's
Yeah.
going to be in the video.
very good
That
at your
is.
job,
Yeah.
It is, mate. That might even be the thumbnail, bruv.
Yeah.
Because,
Probably.
I cracked you. I've got you.
Yeah. You have
All
there.
right.
Teenage kids.
Yeah. I appreciate your honesty. I do appreciate your honesty. That's what made me vegan. The dairy industry turned me vegan. I saw it, and it broke my f***ing heart. Are you guys like? Are you empathetic towards animals? Like, do you care about animals?
No, obviously a bit, yeah.
You do.
Depends though what it is.
Depends what animal.
Depends on the animal, right? So if you saw dogs in there, would you react different?
Well, it depends. If it's always been dogs in there, dogs were never a pet type thing.
If you've been conditioned to eat dogs, like for example China,
Yes,
they eat
that's
dogs
like-
in
yeah.
China. So if it's an animal, it's the conditions to it. You don't find it as bad because you've been conditioned to it.
Yeah.
That's just kind of just like what's always happened,
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly.
It's just like normalised.
But that was the same for me, right? I'm a lot older than you guys. I went vegan at like 36. So I was conditioned for a lot longer than you guys. So just because you're conditioned doesn't mean you can't change. If you're empathetic towards animals suffering, being exploited and murdered, it's an easy option. It's an easy choice. All right, mate. I'll leave you guys with that. I won't keep you here all week.
Yeah.
All right, man.
What's the YouTube?
See you later, mate.
Vegan muscle outreach.
Nah, thank you very
We're
much.
definitely going to be in this now.
Yeah.
Is
You
it
got it.
vegan?
Vegan muscle outreach. I'll just leave you with this though, guys, right? Because I appreciate the empathy at the end. The whole time you're not vegan, animals will be going into slaughterhouses for you. And if you are against animals being exploited and killed, bare minimum we can do is stop paying for it, right? Cool. All right, man.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day, guys. See you later on.